Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi. We're on episode 11, aka Minaroshi Part 6, Strong Will. Or it might be something else because the titles are wrong with the subs sometimes. Haha, haha. But hello, welcome back. Should be a fun episode. Today we're finishing off the child welfare arc and going into the massacre part of Minaroshi, so exciting stuff. Big reveals. Kind of interested in how the antagonist reveal is for anime only viewers. Because for me, it kind of feels like there's only like one choice for like forever. Well, okay. I mean, we can talk about it after. I mean, I shouldn't say that because I literally said there's two people who could be the suspect, like literally until the reveal, and like a little after because I was still hoping that it could be the other one, but so maybe I shouldn't say that, but yeah, fun stuff ahead. But yeah, that's all I got for the intro. We should just get into this. It's kind of stalling on recording a bit, so it's a little later than I planned, but that's good. I mean, that's okay. Anyways, so usual stuff, it's just the terms and service you need to check before starting the reaction. Timer based reaction, which means you need your own episode. I'm not gonna give you mine. It's a Lido, bro. um I mean, you can be a Lido, but I don't care, but I can't. um So you're gonna need to bring your own episode, and you will sync up the episode with this video, and then we'll react to the whole thing together. As per usual, I will count down from 3, and on go, you sync up the video by pressing start on go. You will hear me click my keyboard because it is very loud. There was also a timer in the bottom right, which will help you if you get stuck, if you lag, I don't know, if you freaking need a washroom break or something. You can always use that to your advantage. And yeah, that's it. Actually, after the episode, we do a little analysis / review of the episode if you want to stick around. Or if you just want to skip to that and you don't feel like watching the full episode, that is fine too. But I'm just saying, sometimes in the reactions, there's some juicy stuff. You might not. I mean, I guess vice versa too. But yeah, that's enough. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, don't go. Actually, oh my god. Restart. It was actually good. I like freaking hit the spacebar with my fingernail, so I thought I missed, but it was actually good. My bad. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Banter. Oh, here's a good piece of Higurashi banter. Wait, which one should I say? I don't know. I'll just hurry up. You don't have time. For any anime only viewers, I would recommend watching the visual novel openings. They're pretty entertaining. And you're like, where can you watch them? Just YouTube them. I think there's not one for every game. Some games repeat them. But yeah, some of them are actual bangers. And if you're lazy, you can always check my reactions to them on the channel, the full song. It's there, self promotion. But yeah, they're good. I just slight warning because there's spoilers for the console arts, but as an anime only viewer, you're probably like, what the heck are the console arts? And unless they actually adapted them, which they might have, probably not the spoilers I'm talking about, but it probably doesn't matter. And you're like, Aiden, which I've already watched them, they're pretty good. What's your favorite? Mine is Himatsubushi's opening called Place of Period. It is a great vibe, and the visuals are pretty clean. But yeah, there you go. Let's get into this we kind of ended off in a huge cliffhanger. Finishing off the Tepe arc. Jesus. You hate to see it. This was a cool scene. Hopefully they do it justice. It's not how it works. Come on, Tepe, you can't intimidate these guys. Jesus, the puffed, well, not puffed, bruised up faced. It's hard to look at. Pleasant individual as always. Aiden, why are you smiling then? I'm smiling to take away the anger. Actually, though. When you're feeling not well, just laugh it off, and it helps. Jesus. Tepe looks kind of different this episode. I don't know what. His face looks weird. Never mind. I'll say it in a post analysis. It's a meaningless detail that doesn't matter. It's too much of a good scene to ruin it with that. Or not ruin it, but distract you. Save Satoko-chan. I see you, Kameda. Look at that man, bro. He's literally frozen in place. At least the other guys are kind of moving. Sad song, kind of. Finish it off with Rika. The combo finisher. I love how the principal's there, too. Pretty sure it was just Rika, Teichi, and the other guy there. Not even the whole squad. The voice switch up. You know it's real. Oh man. Slight chills. They are doing this scene justice, by the way. Can he hear? I guess he can. Oh, no. Bro, look at your eyes, bro. Why are they so fucked up? Hariyama. Oh my god. The tension. Jesus. Oh. Oh boy. Bite him, Satoko. Bite him. No biting. I'm pretty sure Satoko like kind of fucks him up. I mean, she still like overpowers her. He overpowers her, but pretty sure Satoko bites the shit out of him in the visual novel. Good job, Oishi. I mean, it's easy for him since they're already watching him anyways, as we learned from Takano before. Yep. Yep, just a reminder, the Sonozakis did kill Rina. Oh, the HUD. The HUD's coming. That was a blessed CG. Ah, you love to see it. Oof, now the spice is coming, huh? When you thought you go through all that intenseness just for what's coming up. And Tanyu, she's been AFK for a while. Oh, that's a bandage. I thought like Satoko had a cigarette or something in her mouth. Probably like more like a lollipop, but also I've always I mean, I guess it's obvious. I was like, how does Hanyu's sleeves work? But there's probably like a little connection on the underarm or something. Or not underarm, back side of the arm. Now the other problem. Yep. It's a great lesson to all people in current age. Always check your vaccinations. Make sure you go to a good place. My place always showed me the full needle and the tag that it's Pfizer. So I'm just saying, make sure you're actually vaccinated. There's been a couple cases here and there where people just fake it to save up on the vaccine, which is really dumb. I don't know if Chief Erie is doing a good job, anyways. To be fair. You lewd little one. I mean, that was an easy done for Tatano when Rita puts it like that. We have a lot of time yet. I wonder if they're gonna show Takano's cool outfit. This is actually a good strat to tell Oishi, to be fair. Be a little vague about it. She does mention 1 year she tries to tell Oishi, but he actually ends up suspecting her, so if she's more vague, less chance, I guess. This is actually a clutch play too, because gives a big hint. Oishi, bro. Okay. You should pay attention to things said in bed. That was what the sub said. You might not have had that. Looked like a little bonus thing. Ah, I'm excited. Come on, dodge it out. Classic talk, huh? They actually dropped them off at the clinic, huh? That's an anime exclusive. I just remembered. I just remembered what the you should pay attention what's said in bed means. I didn't really get what the subs were saying, but I now remember the lines, so cool. Cheeky subs. Bro, do you see Takano's legs? It's like hazy. They were like weirdly whittling, bro. That's weird. Also, they said the line. Dude, imagine if Tomotaki actually thought about what she said in bed. Maybe they could have adverted this. It's pretty funny. Oh, yo, Otanodi. I think he got a little bit of a glow up. He looks more like Otanodi. Also, dun dun dun. I forgot to say that. Because I was a little distracted. Who would have thought it was freaking Tatano, dude? Tenoji's like the most trustworthy guy. I can't believe he betrayed you, Tomodachi. I mean, it's good. It's good. Good scene. They kind of skipped like a funny part, but that's all right. Oh, I thought they were gonna do it. It's okay. Well, I'll talk about it after. Check your vaccinations. Life lesson, guys. Imagine if he just checked his vaccinations, bro. This wouldn't have worked. Operation Endgame. Obviously, this is the Rika strats ruining her plan, kinda. It actually helps too. If you're wondering why the bike, she was just memeing with the bike, I believe. Just in case he wanted to use it. It actually kind of fucks it up too, because the bike ends up a couple miles away from Jiro when they find him. Nightingale. Oh yeah, the Takano outfit, new drip. This is such a dumb blunder too. And then Takano just runs with it because it's funny. Love to see it. Good memes. It was a fun thing to theorize about. I mean, the autopsy is. Oh, like in the air. Okay, I understand. Kind of backfired a little, huh? Warning Takano about it. The discovery of Tomotaki's corpse is actually a very cool scene in the visual novel, but it doesn't really work as they did in the visual novel because which I'll explain in the analysis. Just because it's impossible. I think. Unless they actually did it, but I'm not sure. Gotta love the Tatano facial expressions, man. They're actually so good in the anime. I mean, I already said it a bunch, but I do think Tatano looks better in the anime than in the visual novel. To be honest. But anyways, good episode, good episode. We have a lot to talk about. Kinda. But yeah, I mean, if we're just talking about an accuracy standpoint, it's very accurate. I think they did most of the stuff justice. A little bit with the Tomotaki and Takano confrontation were cut off that I kind of liked, but it honestly feels like a better job than last episode's finish of the climax of the protest. So that's good. Ba, ba, ba. But yeah. Oh man, next episode's gonna be a freaking litmus test, huh? Actually, I don't know if they'll do it by next episode. Guess we'll have to see. You know what I'm talking about. If you watch the highlight video, then you know what I'm talking about. Oh boy, we'll see though. Rita's cat ears. Okay. Ooh. Sounds like there's steel. Okay. Next, I'm pretty sure just from the preview. It's not next episode. It's the episode after, huh? They would show. Yeah, okay. The Hinamizawa syndrome explanation. Good. Kinda. Okay. We are done with the episode. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We're gonna talk about it a bit, but yeah, very, very fun episode. Sure, a lot of people enjoyed it. Lots of cool stuff happening. So let's talk about it for a bit first. We finish off the Satoko situation. First time ever for Rika actually saving Satoko. It's really good. I think they almost did it to a T with Keiichi and Rika's talk to her. Gave me chills. And also seeing Satoko's bruised up face, which isn't something you saw in the visual novel. She just has like a really sad sprite also added to it because it makes it a lot more intense. I think the only difference, like I mentioned in the reaction, is I'm pretty sure Satoko actually like popped off a little bit once she started fighting back against Tepe. Like I'm pretty sure she like bit his arm or something. Not that it matters, but yeah, a little more of a struggle, kind of again to show her her courage. But you love to see it when freaking actually standing up to Tepe. I also think though I could be wrong. Like as soon as like Satoko yelled "Help me," so I think in the visual novel Tepe just freaking bopped her on the head, which is like a really like cool scene. I mean, she gets a big slap in the face, but I don't know, slight differences that may or may not be true because I can't remember. But obviously, could have been a horrible situation if Obishi wasn't thinking, because she probably would have, like, let's be honest, would have been dead by the time the police got there. But it is a combination of Obishi's quick thinking and the fact that they were already watching him. As we were informed earlier with with Tateno. So I mean, when I was reading it, I didn't really put it together that we know the police are watching Tepe, which it's a little I mean, I think they explained it like they're watching Tepe, but they're not doing anything about Satoko because they actually want to use him as bait to catch the curse this year. Which is it's a little fucked up because they're sacrificing Satoko, but it is how it is. But anyways, I didn't really like think about it after learning that how it would come into play later, but it's a nice little detail. Maybe some people thought that you can use the marked police to beat Tepe. But yeah, it's a good ending to the arc. Leave on a very high note. Lots of unity and friendship. Nice little hug. And then we go into the second. It's not really the half. It's more of like it's like the last third of the arc, but probably the best part of the arc. High key. All right, so confronting Tomotaki about it. Obviously, they don't really care. It made sense. I mean, just considering who they are, obviously Tomotaki is a very important person, though you haven't seen him in his drip, his army uniform. And obviously Takano's just playing it up. So good stuff. I think that's pretty accurate from what I remember. Even telling Oishi again, I complimented it in when she was telling Oishi that it's smart how Rika handled it, because I don't know if they ever said it in the anime, but when Rita was talking about her interactions with Oishi before, she said that she tried to tell Oishi, but eventually Oishi just starts to suspect Rita because he doesn't really get anywhere in the investigation. Plus, it's very sus that Rita knows. So her being a little more vague about it works. Because Oishi's gonna latch onto anything, because that's his character trait. Any sort of conspiracy theory, he's willing to give the benefit of the doubt. Despite it being a bit absurd. Like Rena's claim that the Sonozakis were gonna become bioterrorists or whatever. It's ridiculous, and I always thought that I mean, we'll talk about it soon. But yeah, good job, Rika. And they kind of changed a bit how they did it with the friends. I think in the visual novel, in the anime, the friends, they walked Tomotaki and Tatano to the clinic. In the visual novel, I think they just like played with them at the festival, did activities to keep them there as long as possible. Though, I mean, they Tatano and Tomotaki did escape once they were like alluding to they wanted some privacy for some adult time, which you can't really say anything if you're a club member. So I don't know if that. I mean, it's probably Tatano's idea, so smart on Tatano to get the isolation strats. I mean, if they were really big brain, they would have just stopped Tomodachi and Tatano even after they left them there. But to be fair, it's not like they, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like, I mean, they believe Rita, but it's not like 100% certainty for them, I'd imagine. So again, I mean, Hanyu's literally just a walking camera, so could have sent Hanyu, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, it's freaking Satoko with her bandage from like far away. It looks like she's smoking a cigarette or eating a lollipop. It's just so funny, dude. Great choice. And then we got the Takano Tomodachi scene where they reveal that Takano is evil and is probably the main antagonist. So I was mentioning in the intro, like, it's not like a hard answer to come to that Takano's the villain. Now me personally, yeah. For some reason, I kept Oishi as a like there. I for the longest time during my visual novel reading, I was saying it's either Takano or Oishi. There's literally no other culprit. I'm sure by the even up to Minagoroshi until they revealed it. Like I made because after you finish Himitsubushi, which is the question arts, you're supposed to already if you're actually trying to solve a mystery, you're supposed to have your answers ready since the answer art starts answering the questions. So I kind of like couldn't decide which one. I thought Takano was more sus, but I thought Oishi was a bit more capable. Obviously, at that time, I didn't really think about the mountain dogs at all, to be honest. So obviously, it turns out Takano is more capable, but yeah, I mean, I don't really want to go into why I thought it was Oishi. There's just like so many small things that makes me that made me think it was him. Like even some things that seemed good made me think, oh, he's probably just faking it. I think I thought it was Oishi for like too long, to be honest. But I do think in general for the visual novel, coming to Takano as the villain is like kind of the only choice unless you think it's an outside factor or supernatural, I guess. And really it is just because it's honestly is just Takano's fault, because you kind of lock in that, or at least I garnered like a lot of suspicion on Takano post Watanabe with the fact that they revealed that Takano's corpse was 24 hours dead, which means the day before the Watanabe festival. Because in my visual novel readings at the end of an arc, I do like a theory crafting, which goes good or bad. You can check them out though. I wouldn't check Anatakushi's. Like every time I do it, because I made a Word document, like I changed the format, and some of them Anatakushi's literally unreadable. but like once you think, like it's definitely a shock when you hear that, oh my god, how did Mion stab Keiichi when she was already dead, or how did Keiichi go into the storehouse with Mio when she's already dead? But the Mio question is like, it's extremely easier. It was easier for me than the Mion question, honestly, because there's only like one answer, right? Because you've literally seen Takano, multiple people seen Takano, Oishi saw Takano, which means Takano obviously didn't die 24 hours, which means that that's probably not her corpse, unless you believe that the autopsy people fucked up, which doesn't. It made sense for a character in the story, but not for a reader slash viewer. But yeah, Takano's memeing it up actually like kind of caused her downfall. I mean, not really in the story, but just for viewer's sake. But I was just kind of wondering, for anime only viewers, did you guys like suspect or like know it was Takano up to this point? Because I just feel like there's a little less, since you get a little less content in the anime, maybe like you don't suspect Takano as the main villain. I think like again, if it just comes to elimination tactic, like okay, we have all these named characters, who's the villain? There's not a huge pool, and I don't even know if people really suspect Oishi as much as I did in the anime, because again, there's less context, there's less small things which I kind of pinned Oishi to in the anime. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering, did you guys know? Did you guess it was Takano or not? But yeah, even though it's a simple I mean, an easy guess to guess it was Takano. If you're like, okay, how did Takano do it? Then, like, it's kind of impossible. Like, all the other elements of the mystery is impossible. Just guessing the antagonist is probably the best you can do, which, I mean, no, it's not. I mean, there's people, I'm sure, who guess the syndrome and stuff. It's just not in my capabilities, sadly, even when I tried to theory craft. But yeah. Good stuff. It's still a fun mystery to solve, in my opinion. Obviously, if you're really into solving mysteries, Umineko is definitely the better series for that, because that's actually more of a mystery role. I consider Higurashi more of a thriller. It's like a thriller with mystery elements and fantasy elements. Well, Umineko's like a mystery with fantasy and thriller elements. Okay, low key, don't tell anyone. I still don't fully. It's embarrassing. I don't want to say whatever. I still don't fully understand who the frick was the Tiller in Umineko. I never really looked it up. I kind of just made my own assumption, but I don't actually know if it's 100% correct. Don't bother telling me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't talk about Umineko though, because people might not actually have watched it or read it. And if you haven't, you should probably read it. I don't know how good the anime is, to be honest. But anyways, back to the scene. Yeah, this was good. It got the point across. Takano betraying Tomodachi and freaking Okanoji, dude. I mean, Okanoji's. It's always funny because he just looked so evil. I'm glad I think they glowed him up because they showed Okanoji in the first season and he really didn't look like Okanoji, so I guess you love to see it. Some things they cut out. Obviously, again, like every scene, it was longer in the visual novel. There was, I think Takano tried a bit harder to get Tomodachi on her side. Because this one, Tomodachi was just like, fuck no. And then she's like, oh, okay. Now I can kill you because I know you won't be on my side. But she, like, I mean, it was more mind games and stuff, but she did. So awkward to say. She was trying to, like, tempt him. Like, oh, I'll even be your sex slave or whatever. I'll do whatever you want if you just join me. And then, like, Tomodachi hesitates and says no, but that was kind of funny. I think also this scene happens in Tomodachi's POV, so you get his thoughts, and before all the shit went down, it's actually just so funny in Tomodachi's thoughts because he just, like, the whole time he just keeps saying, oh, how sexy Takano is. I mean, it made sense because he kind of, he's expecting something tonight, though he gets something else, right? And even when Takano starts being creepy and he's like, oh, I had the same dream as Rika, God stuff. And while all this weird shit's happening, he's like, Tomodachi's like, oh, this is kind of a weird thing, but, it's Takano. Also, she's still pretty sexy. Her smile. I just remember, it's funny. The one time we get into Tomodachi's mind. Actually, it's not the one time he gets some in Matsuri Bayashi, but good stuff. The only other thing, actually, there's two things. Tomodachi actually did a bit better fighting back in the visual novel. I think he did freaking knock a guy out. Well, maybe not knock a guy out, but he got a nice punch in someone's face because he is built and he is trained, but obviously can't win a 5v1 like that. And the last thing I think is oh, I don't know. I don't remember the full sentence. I just remember Takano calling Iria. I'm pretty sure she used the F-bomb, but I'm not 100. I'm 90% sure she just called Iria a fucking nerd. I don't remember the content. I think it was like, oh, I wonder how that fucking nerd will look like when he sees his corpse or whatever. I don't know, just kind of funny thinking about that. But yeah, good scene. It's okay. All the things I mentioned don't actually really matter that much, to be fair. Just little things. But they were pretty funny in the visual novel. Looks like Rita's tech worked, and Tomodachi didn't get put in the usual spot, so thanks for Oishi and Nedra, and this leads to at least discovering it's Takano, right? Because then Oishi tells Rita that Takano's car passed by the checkpoint and she was alone, which is super sus, and she was supposed to be dead by then, so good tech. And obviously she just leaves Tomodachi to die. Gives him his bite just in case he needs it to run away from his delusions or whatever. Very fun. Then you get freaking Takano in her new drip. This was such a funny reveal. I think, from what I remember, they don't actually reveal this Takano's new outfit until Oishi dies. Like, should I say it? I mean, yeah, I should just say it. Which is like, oh, you like feel sad because Oishi dies, and then they just switch to Takano in her new outfit, and I was like, oh, that's some cool drip. It looks silly. It does look silly. It looks super anime. Like, imagine seen that IRL, but it does look sick in a way too. I actually love it. I love the style. And again, Tachino looks better in the anime, so you'll love to see it even more. Oh yeah, the last scene too is what I wanted to talk about. So I kind of mentioned how the scene was kind of cool in the visual novel, but it doesn't really work in the anime. Um, says in the visual novel for this last scene with the Wishi and Ire looking at Tomataki's corpse. They actually did the exact same scene from a third person perspective, I think in Sumi Horoboshi. And in this one, they show the exact same scene again, but you get Irie's POV. Like it's the exact same scene because Irie says the same stuff in the visual novel, but you get his inner thoughts, which makes the scene like different. I don't know. It was a cool thing to see, but obviously you literally can't do it in the anime. Even if they try to do it where they show the same scene in Sumi Horoboshi, it wouldn't be as good, to be fair. But yeah, cool stuff. I think that's it. I wonder how good next episode's gonna be. It's like I don't know how interesting for me since it's just gonna be like how long are they gonna take to explain the syndrome? Probably the full. I mean, it's important. It's important, but you know, for me who knows everything, maybe not as exciting. But we'll see. Guess we will have to see. There's a bit more to it too, right? But yeah, fun stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. And next time we'll there's probably like two more episodes for Minadroshi. Maybe 3. I don't think they would do 3 though. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't mind. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure this season ends in Matsuri Bayashi. So if they do 3, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for Matsuri Bayashi. That's a pretty good chunk, to be fair. But I don't know. I mean, it literally doesn't matter. We'll see what happens when it happens. But again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you Friday, right? Friday. I don't know why I call out days. I keep getting them wrong. But I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye. Have a great day / night.